Hi, this is Sujit Paul here, bringing you one more perspective, more from the animal kingdom out of street, this hotel room out here. If you see lions, primarily lions are being taken as a king of the jungle, whilst elephants are may not be as brave as lions. Whilst we speak lions have bravery, but elephants are more from the perspective of being so huge and the kind of size that they hold. But for eagles, it's courage, the determination, the grit, the valor, and the daring attitude that an eagle has, which actually makes it quite different. And that's what I think is very important for all of our life, to follow as many characteristics that eagle have within itself. Now, when we see on the journey of life, it's so much very important to follow the traits of some of these animals that will show us the kind of learnings that we can get from them. Whilst we know that eagles fly alone at a very high altitude, you would see, especially in fact, we all know that, probably in a bus there are multiple people can go. It has space to hold so many people, but that's not true for Lamborghinis. So as you grow up the ranks, as you keep on improving yourself, you will see that people who are very close to you, friends who are very close to you, relatives who are very close to you, families who are very close to you, at times starts falling apart, and you fly alone in the high altitude all by yourself. You do not need to have so many people clinging on to you. You do not need so many friends. You do not need so many people around you to speak. As we know that eagles fly or glide all alone at the highest of altitude, you would see that as you go up, you would be alone in many of the scenarios, but you would also enjoy flying or gliding high in the altitude. It's very, very important also to master that art of enjoyment, to see that how you can actually fly high in the altitude. If you cannot master that art of enjoyment, you would feel at times bored. But if you know, or if you just see how an eagle flies all its own and you start doing it, it would be a pleasure for you, because as you grow larger and bigger in your perspective of life, in your values, in your career, in the pathway of success, you would be alone, and you need to know how to fly all alone at the highest of altitude. As I say that, it's also very important to have a very strong vision. You will see that eagles do have a very, very strong vision. We have seen that right from top, an eagle can actually see down, and the vision and signs are very, very strong. That does not mean that when you take the pathway of journey, you will not go wrong. Take calculated risks. Try to do your research well, try to do your homework well, and thereby try building visions. Of course, vision also does comes with a lot of experiences, a lot of practical knowledge, lot of calmness in mind, a lot of stability of the frame of mind out here. But do have a strong and powerful vision, unlike an eagle that can actually see where it wants to go, that can actually see the prey to build up. In fact, you would agree that eagles do not eat dead meat or dead food, or they are not a true scavenger like vultures. So they usually from top, they would just dive down, pick up a fresh rat or a fresh snake or a fresh fish and move on, and they feed on fresh food. So what it also makes us understand is that when we counsel, we find that there are so many people who cling on to their past experiences, past thoughts of mind, etc., and those stale thoughts actually pollutes more of their mind and body and consciousness. So it's very important to forego those stale stuff and get into a freshness of life as much as possible. That would actually be so much beautiful for you to understand that it's time that you forgo those stale memories of your past and get into more freshness and vibrance of life. And as what I said, that when you get in the journey of these kind of scenarios, like eagles are really fearless. When you move ahead, you should not always get scared of what would happen, what would someone fail, etc., etc. Fair enough. If you fail, you will get back. So you should have a tenacity. You should be fearless. Because in my life, I have failed multiple times. Yes, I have again shrugged myself and have come back. So for all of us, if you do not take the journey, you will not fail. But if you take the journey, there may be probabilities to fail. That's all right. You need to understand, you need to make that road correction and keep gliding off. And as you fall down, just get back to your shoes and straight glide back. So keep in mind that whenever we take children to the zoo or whenever we go out to the forests and more, there is so much to learn from the animals that we see around. It's not only the physique of the animal that you see, but if you really see and understand much more these creatures, they too would give us a great lesson and learning to us, which we can actually use in our daily life to scale up from where we are to where we intend to move ahead in life. Thank you so much.